We've just passed Harlan and Wolf, David and Gleave, one of the main landmarks.
Their names the cranes, right?
Did I not? We just passed the cranes, just behind me there, Samson and Gleave. And that's probably one of the biggest landmarks any tourists come to Belfast would go and see. It's probably one of the things that everybody kind of wants to go and check out whenever they come to Belfast anyway, if it's not raining.
Which is how often?
Oh, all the time. First time I was ever in Ibiza, I was lucky enough, I was actually DJing. I got a contract for DJing the whole summer. One of the promoters out there had heard one of my mixtapes from one of the workers, and I got a phone call and got offered to play at a club called Sumim the whole summer while I was there. And I ended up playing there 5 months over the whole summer in 95, 96, and ended up playing Mambos, Privilege, Space, all over the place. I was just like off the hook whenever I was that kind of young, you know. So I've returned back every year since then, and summer past I was out playing for Pick Up on the boat parties and stuff, so I love it. Home from home. What I love most about DJing, obviously it's about making people dance at the end of the day. I think some DJs kind of lose the kind of aspect of that sometimes and get caught up in the whole thing, but it's about making people dance, breaking different boundaries with music and opening people's minds and getting them to kind of take on this new music that you're trying to push through. I love kind of dropping new tunes and getting people's kind of reaction from them, and that really does buzz you up, especially whenever it's kind of peak time in a club and the place is completely going off. You drop something new and capture it all, even if it's one of your own tracks or somebody else's. There's no better buzz. Okay, just coming up here, just coming around the corner and up on the left, a place called the Ulster Hall. It's some fond memories for me. It was probably one of my first ever gigs at a gig called Earth. Whenever I was about 13 or 14, shouldn't even have been in the place, but I was given the chance. I think one of the DJs was actually too drunk to go on, so he just handed me his records and I jumped on, and I was no looking back. After that, then I played at like Soul, 90, 91, Hellraisers, loads of unbelievable gigs there. And just recently, I played a big reunion there that was just sell out for 2 nights, and it brought so many memories back playing on that. It's such a special venue for me. Best crowds I've kind of ever played to around the world. That's a real tough one because everywhere has different places and different setups. I've been lucky enough to play around the world: Australia, Egypt, Finland, all over the UK. But definitely, it's hard to beat the Belfast crowd whenever you get the right moment. But Inside Out at the Arches in Glasgow really has a special thing. It's the closest thing to playing at a football match. The kind of intense crowd that are shouting back at you, and it's just like totally off the hook. There, I would say, or Turnmills at the Ministry of Sound in London. It's just out of this world. A DJ box to die for, and it's kind of hard for the promoter to get me off the decks whenever I get going. What I think determines the level of success of a DJ is your music that you're making, remixes that you're doing, people you're working with. And obviously, you know, you've got to have the skills whenever it comes down to it, whenever you kind of come into a club and be able to kind of keep the ball up, as they say. But it's all teamwork now. You got to have the right management, tour manager, record company, the whole lot behind you to kind of get that kind of big success now. And it all has to come together as one. One piece of advice I would give to an aspiring DJ, it's hard work. It's not going to happen overnight. Don't be disheartened by it if you don't kind of get the breaks that you want to. Everybody thinks it's all, you know, everything's shiny and everything happens straight away for you. We actually run a DJ school called IDJ Academy here in Belfast with loads of kids, young kids, other guys that have kind of been DJing as well for a while that kind of just want to brush up on their skills. And what I will say is just keep making the mixes and keep putting them out. It's so easy to get your music out there and your mixes out there now through like Mixcloud and SoundCloud and the internet. It's perfect for it. You can post stuff up on Facebook and share it to all your mates. Years ago, it was a lot harder to get your music and get your mixes out to different people, but now it's a lot easier, and it's also free to get it out there as well, you know, which is the beauty about it. You're not having to spend a fortune. So keep doing the mixes, keep the chin up, keep practicing, and just do the best you can, and you will get the breaks along the way.